In order to keep the buying and selling experience as fair and customer-oriented as possible, cross-border e-commerce platforms provide easy return, refund, and exchange processes. Most cross-border e-commerce platforms guarantee buyer and seller protection, but in order to accomplish this, rules must be put in place and upheld. All users are bound to the policies of the platform, and sellers also have the opportunity to create and set their own terms and conditions for buyers who purchase products from them, returning returns, refunds, and exchanges, which will also be upheld by the platform's customer service agents, but will never override the rules of the platform. Rules include time limits for returning products, time limits for product arrival, and in the event of a disagreement, the buyer is generally required to supply evidence that there was a misunderstanding. According to Internet postage service provider Endicia, about 85% of consumers will not return to an online shop after a poor return or exchange experience, but 95% of shoppers will return to an online store and make an additional purchase after a positive return or exchange experience, and 64% of customers will refer their friends to an online shop after a free or easy returns process. Good cross-border e-commerce platforms should have a customer-friendly return, refund, and exchange process, and do as much as possible to address all of the needs of buyers and sellers, just in case any obstacles are encountered, such as product standardization issues, which are totally normal when selling to every country in the world. A retailer in Spain purchases 1,000 light bulbs from a cross-border e-commerce seller in Malaysia. When the bulbs arrive in Spain, the retailer realizes that he ordered light bulbs with the wrong type of connector for the Spanish market, so he cannot sell them in his shop. He contacts the cross-border e-commerce platform's customer service department. They kindly supply the buyer with an address and instruct the buyer to ship the box to their product distribution warehouse in the country that uses that type of bulb, so they can help the seller find a buyer who can use that type of light bulb. The seller also agrees to provide the buyer with the correct type of light bulbs for Spain. The buyer receives the correct light bulbs, and the seller ends up selling the original order of light bulbs to a buyer in another country that can use them.